Hi everybody and welcome back. My name is Melissa and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. So yesterday we had a microburst, I think. I don't know. Transformer blew, it was a mess. Power was out. And the power was out for an extended enough period of time that all of the food in the refrigerator went bad. Like the milk, well, I mean, like not all of them, like the peppers are fine, but like the milk, the meat, the dairy. So I was somewhat limited. But then when I was at Jewel today, they had the ground turkey being clearanced out for, I don't know if you can see that, 99 cents a pound. It has to be either cooked or frozen today. I am going to cook 3 of them today. And a lot of that will get frozen so that I can have like tacos and stuff later with it. Or make like my rice dish like I made. That I absolutely loved. But I'm sorry, I'm in like absolute mess. Yesterday we had a microburst and like all these trees blew down. Today we have a dust storm. And no, I am not in the middle of a desert. I am in the Midwest. So I am now covered in dust. My hair is even worse. Lord only knows. But I'm going to go ahead and turn to the thing to kind of show you what I do. Also, I apologize. My kitchen is an absolute mess too because, again, storms and everything. Okay, so step 1 is pretty easy. This is another thing I love about having a wok is the fact that it's so big. So I can cook 3 pounds of ground beef. Or in this case, ground turkey. And I want to definitely cook this one because though none of them had popped when I bought them an hour ago, this one just did. So I'm thinking it's probably still safe to eat. But anyways, I had things like chicken sausage and stuff, like things that I could grab quick in the fridge that went bad. So I probably lost about $200 to $300 worth of meat that was just like quick grab meals. And so now I need to replace that, and I want to do it cheap. Because as you know, I buy everything on sale, but you can't just expect everything to immediately be on sale. And yes, I know, ideally I could have cooked it yesterday, but we had no power and grilling issues, and I wasn't going to try and grill with like everything in my stuff. Okay, so I have the ground turkey all cooked. And I normally do 2 bouillons for the first cubes for the first pound and 1 for each additional. That's all melted. I'm going to pour that in. Okay, I guess those bouillon cubes didn't fully break up. That's okay. They'll break up as I cook. Probably actually going to want just a smidge more water. Then adobo. Sazon. I really like the tropical Sazon. I got it because it was like cheap and on sale a few years back, and I ended up getting just so used to it that it's now become my preference. But luckily it's also the most affordable per ounce, so. At least the ones with, I think it's a natto or something like that. The thing that makes it red. Oh, also, with this, be really careful because that red will stain everything. I'd imagine if you have like those ceramic ceramic pans with that like white coating, my guess is it would probably stain those as well. So, ground turkey is really low in calories. It's easy to cook. I never bother to get it for myself when it's full price. If I'm going to pay full price for it, I'll pay full price for ground chicken, because ground turkey I can frequently find on discount. So this was 99 cents a pound, making it really worth it. Because as you know, my preference for meat is to pay $1 a pound or less. Making some exceptions for things like steak and okay, so now it's really kind of boiled. It's really cooked in. You can see that the meat's a lot more red. So I am going to just put this in a container and I'll be right back. Okay, I just wanted to show you really quick how messy that is, how it's like that yellow color. So even though I normally use rags, it is kind of one of those things where I will use a paper towel specifically for this, because it does stain. So if you don't want it all over your rags, if that bothers you, you can use it. Sometimes it just irritates me because then it makes the whole rag look weird and people want it. So because this rice is specifically being cooked to go with turkey, sorry, come on, sorry, I can't get the thing open. I will actually use the same pan. You can clean it out if you want, but I'm feeling mighty lazy today, so not happening. What I will do is put the rice in, and then it needs 2 cups of water. But I also want to make more bouillon for this. So first cup will go in into the thing and into the microwave again. Okay, water comes out of the microwave, bouillon cubes go in, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I already poured the first cup of bouillon water, like essentially broth. I mean, and you could use chicken broth in this, in with the rice, which it'll also get, there's like some grease left from the turkey that's kind of on the pan, so it'll get that too. Some of the leftover seasoning, and then again the adobo, and the sazon. I really hope that I'm not over seasoning this, because with a dust storm, I'm thinking that there might be some dust in my nostrils. And plus my sensory is super overwhelmed from everything yesterday. I still haven't, like, I don't know, eliminated all of the adrenaline, I guess you could say. So I just kind of stir that in and let it sit, and then you just cook it as usual. So that can go to the side. And then I will cover it and cook it. Yes, I know that doesn't fit exactly, but okay. So let it come to a boil, then let it simmer, let it steam, let it sit, and it'll be done. Okay, so now you can see the rice is cooked, and you're going to want it to kind of be like, you know, soft. But it's going to have a similar flavor to the turkey. So now you have 2 of the basic ingredients for a lot of meals. I actually am going to be freezing a lot of the rice and turkey together. I'm going to do some where it's just like the turkey, so I can have turkey tacos quick and easy. And then I will do some where it's the turkey and rice. You can do the turkey and rice and add broth and have like a soup. If you add broth, you could also make some veggies. You could add some like carrots or or something to it, if you liked. I really like to do the rice and the turkey and some beans. I did read an article recently that certain rices, especially brown rice and rice grown, I want to say on the East Coast, have higher levels of arsenic and cadmium. I don't know how you pronounce it. In it, I'll try and like put the words up there. So you're gonna want to be careful. I read they think it was California sushi rice and basmati and jasmine, one from Thailand, one from India. I don't remember which order. Have the lowest white rice, obviously. So I have currently jasmine and basmati, but I do eat a lot of rice. I'm going to try and cut down because arsenic and cadmium also can thin your hair, and I've lost like 80% of mine. So Lord knows. I mean, am I slowly poisoning myself with arsenic? Quite possibly, because apparently my family has a pretty high level. My dad got arsenic poisoning, and you know, is it hormones? Is it a nutrient deficit? I don't know. I really, I think I might go to the doctor and demand he tell me, like, dude, do the tests. I'm so irritated. I'll do a whole other video on that probably about how mad I am at the doctor for making me choose and how I'm just done and like standing up for myself because it's not fair. Like, I shouldn't have to go and figure it out and then fight with you to bother to treat me. Anyways, so yeah, I mix these two basic ingredients together and make soup. I make rice and beans, and you can have it just rice and beans or rice and beans and turkey. I really like the flavor of the Sazon, and again, I know I'm pronouncing that. I can never remember how it's pronounced. And the adobo, and the chicken bouillon. If you use chicken broth instead, you might want to add some salt. I think I like chicken bouillon because when I was a kid, I used to love it. It's like chicken flavored salt. I used to go in my grandma's cabinet and I would take out her bouillon cubes, both chicken and beef, and I would just like eat the cube, which probably wasn't good because I looked at like a bouillon cube's like 30% of your sodium intake for the day. So it could be summer, and honestly, I'm fairly dehydrated, so I know I need salt. Just getting over food poisoning, and that's the other thing. Rice is easy on your stomach. Turkey is pretty easy on your stomach, so it's good if you're like sick. You can quickly, like, the plan is to be able to pull it out of the freezer, throw it with either some chicken broth or bouillon, hot water, whatever, and have it as soup, or throw some beans in it and have it with like rice and beans and chicken. And then, like I said, or turkey rather, I'll keep some of the turkey separate and just so I can make turkey tacos. But that way I have quick freezer meals and quick meals in general, because all of my I spent some extra getting like some nicer sausages, like chicken sausages when they were on sale. And if you know, like the chicken sausages that are like pre-cooked, kind of like those Johnsonville brats that are pre-cooked, are really expensive. You get like 4 to 5 sausages in a pack. And even on sale, you're lucky to find it for $4. So it's really sad when those went, because that is like a summer staple for me to have in case of emergency, in case I get too busy, in case it's too hot, in case whatever. So, today's tip for frugal living, in case you didn't get it through the recipe, because I know today I am so incredibly discombobulated, and I apologize for that, folks. Today's tip for frugal living is, in the event that you lose a good portion of your food to a power outage or whatever, then you can don't try and replace it exact for exact. Like, I had 3 packages of chicken sausage, and if I'd wanted to replace those exact for exact, it would have been like $8 times 3. So it would have been like $24 that I would have had to spend. I have so much cheese that went bad. I'm so sad. I probably threw out 8 to 10 pounds of cheese today. So at $4-ish a pound, that's like $40 in cheese. dozen eggs, a gallon of milk plus a little bit more. I'm trying to think what else. Yogurt. I had stocked up on my Yoplait. I had like a month's worth of yogurt. So like 30 yogurts for like that, and that was expensive. That was like $30 on sale. And so now if I were to get it not on sale, I think it's like $1.30 to $1.50 a thing. Cause like some were the remixes where like you dump it in. And so that would be what, like 45-ish dollars, we'll say. So some of the stuff I just, oh shit. That wasn't good. That was the sound that I've been hearing. I am lucky I did not asphyxiate myself. Sorry, I had like a burner on. Shit. I'm lucky I didn't burn the house down. Like the actual burner was on. How it got lit, I don't know. My kid must have accidentally bumped it, not me. Because like I'll bump it and like accidentally turn it on, but I don't. Whatever. So yes. So in the event that you do lose your food, and my initial plan was to, so as you all know, I have a bunch of food in the freezer. If that had all thawed, I would have had to cook it and refreeze it cooked as meals, which would have kind of sucked because that's a lot of work. But, and sometimes it's just nice to have your food like freshly cooked. So, today's tip for frugal living is in the event that you do lose your food supply that you have stored up because of a power outage, natural disaster, whatever, don't feel like you need to replace it all with the exact same thing because that stuff might not be on sale. So I got the 6 pounds of turkey for 99 cents each. So for $5.94, I got 6 pounds of turkey. I could have gotten 4 or 5 turkey sausages or chicken sausages. So like one package of chicken sausages, and that would have been more. Versus this is, you figure if I have a 1/4 pound per thing, that's 24 meals that I have. Versus having thrown out maybe 15 things of chicken sausage. And normally I'll have a slice of bread with that versus, rice. So comparable size. I think the rice is actually cheaper. So don't feel like you have to replace it with the exact same thing because the important thing is just that you have healthy food in your fridge. It doesn't have to be like exact for exact. And also, I mean, like if you had enough damage that you're getting like insurance money or something, you could still also do the same thing because I'm pretty sure most insurance companies, they just like give you the money for the food in the fridge. So you could do the same thing that I just did, and then you could maybe take that like extra money that you had from food and you could either put it towards, other damages not covered from your deductible or something. Like I know right now I have, I think it's $1,000 deductible, and if I lost everything, if my house completely blew away, I know there's some things that I just would not replace. I have like 3 fans. I may or may not replace them. I have numerous storage items. I wouldn't replace them. I have a Cricut, which I like, but honestly, I probably wouldn't replace it. Honestly, my sister-in-law has a Cricut and she's like an hour from here. So I probably would see if she wouldn't mind if I borrowed it every so often. So there's a lot of things I just would not replace. Certain clothes, I would minimize my wardrobe so that I could, 1, cover the deductible, and 2, to use that money to make more important decisions for the home, because I would rather have my home have extra features than my wardrobe or something like that. I wouldn't replace the TV, things like that. So don't feel like, I only lost food. I may have roofing damage. And if I have roofing damage, I will claim the food as well on my insurance, mainly because if my roof is like, if I have to claim the roof anyways, I might as well claim all of it to maximize my coverage. But yeah. So, taste it for frugal living. Just because you lose an item doesn't mean you have to replace it with the exact same thing. Anyways, again, my name's Melissa, and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. If you want to hear more, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.